EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic in the magnificent Olympia Stadion in the German capital of Berlin. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
65.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up. Drake London, the intended receiver there. And now it's second down. You look at this Colt defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Throw left side, there's London. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Ready? 70. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line.
First down.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Here we go.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
19, Tiger, 19, Dragon 60.
Gain of a yard. It's now
He'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run with Robinson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
second and goal at the Colts 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on third and goal.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They're going to look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
That's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to give up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they're kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Hot 70, hot ready.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hot 70, hot.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
On the jump. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
They'll try and do, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. On play action, no throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. An audible here to get a new look. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And he will be brought down with a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal.
Come on, come on.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
19, Charger, Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Ranger, 7. Ready,
They'll look to throw on third and goal. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. That one deep for London. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. but they allow the conversion.
65 catch. 18 rattler. 18 rattler.
Slot man moves right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll go down. Brought down the 20-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Shot. 7 o'clock. 18 Cardinal. 18 Warriors. 70. Ready.
Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to fire one, corner the end zone. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London, 31 yards. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting. Field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, you know, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now Jones. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Throwing Jones. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jalen Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. He's going to waft one deep left side here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Throwing to start the drive, Jones. There he goes, right side. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
A loss of 9 yards. It's second down and goal.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Working to put a drive together.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on fourth down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Here we go. Start.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Third down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
19 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
At the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dab. It's been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And now Mitchell, 37 yards.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Makes the score Falcons 35, Colts 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one deep for London. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That one deep for London. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
70. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it fly. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Now a 2nd and 10. Upfield the middle. Here's Taylor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, look at the shedding the tackler and gives him some room. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
That's good. First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Open man, the tight end Warren. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team.
And he's going to go down. Safe right around the 17. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That one deep for London.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
70, Timberwolf. 7, ready, right?
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. There he goes left side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor.
Trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
Try to snatch these pics when I blow my house down. Head underground to the next town. They get mad when they come to raid my pad, and I'm up in the night too scared. Yes, I'm the pirate pilot of this ship. If I dip with the ultraviolet dream, hide from the red light beam. Now do you believe in the unseen? Look, but don't make the eye strain. Like me, it's going insane. Insane in the membrane.
Nation.